Tasty, tasty. Tasty, tasty. Tasty, tasty. Tasty, tasty. Tasty, tasty.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are, guys. I hope you're having a really good Sunday. We're back streaming. I'm a little bit giddy because I just got to use my new coffee machine to make a coffee. And sometimes I can get a little bit overexcited about things, and today's one of those days. So, Superhands was first. Congratulations, Superhands. Well done for being first today. He was just watching my Insta stories with a curry and a whiskey. Fair play. Rue MC is here as well, so is Kevy Babes. Ballboy12 here too. Says, hey, good evening, hope you're all well. Alvy's here as well. Funky2. True Blaze is here. Ebex is here as well. Lazy Keiko says, good evening all. Average Joe says, hello all. Void Media subscribed for 37 months. Says, good evening all. Looking forward to meeting some of you at the open day next week. Yes. If you've been living under a rock, Prototypist is opening its doors to the public, and you can swing by and meet the team, check out some of the products we have on sale, buy some stuff at some steep discounts, check out the switches we have on stock, get some nice coffee, see some cool cars. We're having an open day. So that's next Saturday. Starts at 12:30 in the afternoon, finishes at 4 o'clock. Fill out the form on the website if you're interested in coming along and seeing us. How is everyone? Says Average Joe. I'm good. Hope you're doing well as well. True Blaze subscribed for 27 months. Thank you so much for that, dude. Fruit Gummy's here too. Anarchy subscribed for 42 months. Says, evening Jay and chat. Hope everyone is having a good weekend. Open day on Saturday. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys on Saturday. Hungry Hannah, thank you so much for 9 months of subs as well. Congratulations on having a PT baby. Cynic12, thank you so much for 11 months of subs. My final streak here because Kofi feels better for not skimming a ton of cash off the top directly into Bezos' pocket. Thank you. Yes. If you support us through Kofi, which is down here, we get like 95% of what you pay. If you support us through Twitch, we get about, depending on the type of Twitch sub, we get between 30 and 50%. Yeah, there is a big difference, and any subs that we do get, it pays for the team's coffee, drinks, meals, McDonald's when we're craving a Mackey's, that kind of stuff. So we appreciate every little bit. So thank you very much for that. Just BMT says good evening. Thanks so for being here. I appreciate you too. Rack17 says ads though. Yeah, that's the only benefit of subscribing through Twitch. You don't have to watch ads. It's one of those things. JMS, thank you so much for being here as well. Captain Reed as well. Bazooka says good evening all. We'll report back on ads once my subs are out. Yeah, you'll get ads. I do get a notification when ads are coming. They'll be starting in about 45 minutes, I think. But we get 3 minutes of ads every hour we're streaming. So it's one of those things. Unfortunately, I can't turn ads off. I have to have them on. I could do it where you get a pre-roll ad when you first join the stream, but that puts off new viewers. Or I can kind of condense and cram them all into one and do it once an hour, which is what I do. So it's the best of a bad bunch of choices. JQ, thank you so much for being here. You are not first, but I appreciate you trying. Ready for another evening of injustices? No, there'll be no injustices today. No injustices today. We're at the 7.5k. So the machine, the machine is phenomenal. For those of you who don't know, I'm a huge coffee fiend. I have a coffee company on the side, and where we roast our own coffee and we do things like that. We supply a load of cafes in the local area. One of the things I've wanted to do for a long time is have my own cafe. So in preparation for that, I have bought myself an industrial coffee machine. It's called an ACS Vostok. I think I posted it on Instagram, actually. Let me see if I can find that. Let me see if I can find that real quick, because it's easier to explain if I show you guys a picture of it. Where's my profile page? Did I post a picture of it? I did. Okay, let me flick over here. So this is the machine. It's like a dual lever machine, but it's a proper commercial thing. It's called an ACS Vostok, Advanced Coffee Solutions, based in Naples in Italy. They hand make these machines, and this is the ACS Vostok. So we've got 2 groups, so you can make 2 coffees at once, 2 steam ones. It's all like fully commercial ready. It took ages to get the power sorted out for it and everything else, and it's just a beast of a machine. It's just phenomenal. It produces great coffee. It's really technical. Like, you don't want to know the details, but I can control every element element of what the machine does, the temperatures it goes to, the times it takes to do things, the pressures it puts through the coffee. I can control absolutely everything, and I'm just geeking out still over the use of it, like how I use it. It's becoming a big part of my life. So yeah, it's been pretty fun, and we've had it nearly a week now. Well, it'll be a week tomorrow since I bought it. But I was geeking out really badly because earlier on, like on Saturday, I didn't come to the workshop and I wanted a nice coffee. And I have a good coffee machine at home, but it's not quite the same. It doesn't quite make the same cup of coffee. And I was geeking out and getting a little bit frustrated with myself yesterday, thinking, oh, I could just go to the workshop to make a coffee. But no, I don't want to turn the coffee machine on for an hour and a half to make just one coffee and stuff. So I was happy that I'm able to have it today. So in terms of was it worth the money? Right now, probably not, because I'm just making 5 cups a day kind of volume. When it gets put into a coffee shop in the near future, it will absolutely be worth every penny. He will now put I was first in the PT stream on his LinkedIn. Nice. Yeah. If anyone ever does that, I'll give you something for free. Dread Pirate, hey man, thanks for being here. Icy Prisoner, you too. Moons of Empire, thank you so much for 29 months of subs. Says hi, hello, good evening all. Brooker says can't make it this time. Hopefully there'll be another in the future. Yeah, we want to do more PT open days. We've done open days in the past. This will actually be our 3rd one in 5 years. I want to try and make them a little bit more regular, but this is the only one we have currently planned. But if this one goes well, we'll see what we can do more. Open day, yeah, open day. Sunday, it is Sunday, yes. I moved to Kofi. I'm sad to have lost my streak, but well. Yeah, I get that. I get that losing streaks is a thing. Kofi means that Bezos doesn't make more money from my streams than I make, though. So, yeah. Funky, looking good, my man. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Jeff takes a serious slice. Yeah, because of taxes and things, they don't take the other 50% or whatever it is. There's a small amount that goes on taxes, but they do take something the minimum they take is 40%. I think it's just a huge amount. So yeah, every penny of your support, whichever way you want to do it, it means the world to me and the team, and it pays for, as I say, things like coffees, or if we go out for to a local coffee shop and have a coffee and a cake for a meeting, or if we go out for lunch, it pays for that, or if we need to get taxis out or whatever, or if we want to go out for a drink, all of it kind of pays for that kind of stuff. Or if we buy a load of from Costco, these pho meal kits, so yeah, it pays for that kind of stuff as well. Average Joe says, I hope everyone has some super fun on the open day. Hopefully when I'm back close to the UK, I can make the next one. Yeah, I'll actually be close to you at the end of the month because I'm traveling to Iceland for my birthday. So I'll be excited for that. I hope the open day goes well. Wish I could come, but it's a bit far. How far is it for you, Godzilla Waddle? I think we've got someone coming. The furthest I know of someone coming is from Devon, which is kind of crazy. So yeah. Steve Dalla, hey man, thanks for being here. Andy Hebe, Big Kahuna. Andy, you need to let me know about your trip to a certain city, and we'll see if we can catch up. I like how you got the Vestaboard to say ACS Vostok in the background. Yeah, I can have the Vestaboard say pretty much whatever I want. So this up here is the Vestaboard. So if we have an order on the website, if you place an order on the web store right now, it will flick over on the Vestaboard and it will show up here. It'll say such and such has just bought these items, what a legend kind of thing. So if you're coming on the open day and you buy something from us on the open day using one of the discounts, your order will show up on the Vestaboard and you'll be able to see your order come through and be processed through the back end. It's quite fun. When I used to have a Twitter handle, you used to be able to tweet me. I've turned that off because I don't particularly like Twitter anymore, or X as it's now known, but I want to try and turn it on for Blue Sky as we start to move towards Blue Sky and do more things on there. So yeah, but it does a few things, like it gives a quote of the day, it ticks over and says when it's the hour, it says, oh, it's now 2 o'clock in the afternoon or whatever. But I can program it to say pretty much anything. There's like an app where I can just input text, like type text. Like if we had one at home and I wanted to say turn the coffee machine on to my wife, I could do that and it'd flick over and turn on. So yeah, all those kinds of things. No Face 3D, hey man, thanks for being here. Is Cycle 8 on the next shipment? Yeah, it should be arriving this week. So the ship has devanned, so we're getting into PT news now, but the next shipment from China arrived at port on the 5th. it was devanned. It was taken. The container we have was taken off the ship on the 7th, and then I haven't heard anything since then because it's the weekend. But in theory, we should be getting the shipment on Wednesday or Thursday this week. When it arrives on Wednesday or Thursday, we won't have the space in the workshop to have all of that here because it's like 5 tons of stuff. And do the open day. So it's going to go to a secondary location until Monday the 17th, and then we'll start processing it from Monday the 17th. That's kind of the plan that we have for it. So Monday the 17th. But Cycle 8 is in there. There's a ton of other stuff in there as well. You can check in our updates. But from the week commencing the 17th, that's when we'll start to process it. There's a lot of stuff in there, and I am away from the 26th. So I'm away from the 26th until the 1st of April because I'll be on holiday. I'm going to Iceland for a few days for my 40th birthday, so I won't be around. So realistically, we think it's going to be somewhere around the 11th or 18th of April, that within that kind of week period when we finish processing everything on the shipment. It's going to take us 2 or 3 weeks to get through it, so that's kind of like the plan there. We'll see how that goes, and of course it'll be on the updates as we start to progress stuff as well. Is GMK Celine progressing? Yeah, I was involved in a conversation on that on Friday, I think. I don't know if it's progressing or not, but there was some discussion chat of ongoing things. So I think it's trying to progress, if nothing else. I'm pretty sure someone mentioned it. Let me see if I can find that, because I can't remember exactly what was discussed. Maybe I need to search on mobile. So I get different search results on Discord depending on whether I'm on mobile or PC. Okay, yeah. So working with ClickClick is still looking into Selene is basically the answer. Yeah. Is Devon further than Northern Ireland? I don't think so. If you mapped it out, Northern Ireland is kind of like a cross, and Devon is kind of like down. If you did it as a straight line, I think Northern Ireland would be closer. I think it would be closer. Belgium for me. Ah, nice. Okay, yeah. What a nice lever machine. Thank you, dude. Thank you. It's a ACS Vostok 2-group machine. It's pretty cool. About 7 hours to the PT workshop from us in Devon. Yeah, it's quite a long drive. I appreciate that. T9 is getting ever closer. Yeah, T9s won't be too far away. We'll try to get them sorted out. Barnsley to Bradford isn't too far for next weekend. Yeah, Barnsley's pretty close, man. Like, that's like 25 minutes, if that. Like, depending on which way you come, 20 minutes maybe. It does make good coffee.
Tasty, tasty.
Anarchy, thank you so much for the Ko-fi subs as well. I appreciate, dude. I appreciate you more than anything. Less than an hour from my side. Town says about 45 minutes. Okay. Yeah, we're going to say it depends on whereabouts you're coming from and which side, but yeah. If I was to just get to the outskirts of Barnsley, probably about 25 minutes. What if we did it by UPS shipment? Well, technically you are not you are part of the EU, not part of the UK, right? So yeah, it depends. Cool. Okay, so what else is happening in PT news? We are pretty much getting ready for the open day. If you go on the Prototypist website, you will see we have the open day here, and you can let us know you're coming and some details. That is what the building looks like. That's literally the front of the building. That picture was taken like 2 weeks ago. This is the room where I am now. So the second light, the second square of light that you can see there, that's right here above my head. So yeah, that's literally what you're looking at. But we're gonna have all of this kind of space open here, and you'll be able to kind of look around and stuff like that. In terms of other PT news, we did have some desk mats drop on Friday, some lo-fi desk mats, wolf desk mats, and dollar desk mats. If you're interested, please do take a look. Darling is probably the hottest thing we have in stock right now. It's selling really, really well, as is BAE, weirdly. For some reason, since Thursday, the BAE kits have been selling really well. I have one of them here. If you like a big ass enter, these are the kits that are selling. So if you want one of those, jump on it quick, because I don't think they're going to last much longer. Neo and QK pre-orders, the March batch is up for these, and I've added a little bit of a text on here now that kind of explains how they work, but it's a monthly rolling pre-order, open from the 1st to the end of each month, and then we'll reorder and keep looping that round. So that's all of the Neo products that are currently available are in that. We have a standard pre-orders as well. QK 101s and 65s and 60 CUs are showing in there as well for the minute, but they'll be just under the Neo banner from next month. GMK NT new Modern Dolch. I've been told that this should be shipping from GMK before the end of March. Hopefully that's the case. If you want to join the pre-order, get that ordered soon. And NT new Skywriter has just gone into group buy. There will be an international kit available from this. I believe that will only be available after the kits have been made in production. There's some understanding needs to be confirmed between myself and GMK whether we'll be able to sell the international kits or not, but basically the answer is the international kits will only be an in-stock option. Whether that's just from GMK or whether just from us, I'm not sure yet, but we'll figure something out. And PBS Galaxy as well. If you like Penguin Belly Slide as a profile, this might be a kit for you because it's looking really, really good. I think this is a stunning colorway. I kind of want to get one of the JO2s color coded to a purple somewhere on this spectrum, because I think it'd look really cool. So yeah, so that's kind of it from the store kind of stuff. We do have a load of stuff coming in stock in the next couple of weeks, because we have a load of stuff in the next shipment, which is arriving imminently. It should be here in the next 3 or 4 days, and then we'll start processing it from next week. There's the Bowl Keyboards Compact Ergo. There is the T9, which will all have extras. I'm trying to think what else is in there as well. Let me see if I can get a list for you, or a brief list. I think there's Wook Studios PBT Mizu, the Doisdat one, and the Air Pattaya keycaps. There's the Orkies Moon Landing, Pumpkin Spice Latte as well, which is one of the best sets we've had in a long time. So Pumpkin Spice Latte will be here as well. In terms of keyboards, it'll have the Neo and QK September batch, which there will be some extras of. There'll also the Zoom 98 September batch. We should have the Hyexa V series, which we ordered for in-stock only because I didn't trust them for a group buy, but that should be there. The Paper 80, the QK80 Mark II, Neo65s, and those customers that were affected by the MKC dramas, the JRIS 80, the MKC 65, and I think there was another one as well, the JRIS 75. All of those customers who were affected, who opted for a replacement Neo board, those are in this shipment as well, so they should be arriving pretty soon. So yeah, so that's all coming. I think there's some other bits and pieces, desk mats and switches and things like that as well. I'm not 100% certain, but there's a ton of stuff. So yeah. Yeah, cracking CGI building. Yeah, it's you wait till you see the CGI in real life that we're projecting in kind of like 3D space, JQ. It's kind of phenomenal. BAE Supremacy, something like that. Yeah. Will we get to see the in progress J series again at the open day? Yeah, the J series prototypes will be available to type on and check out and stuff like that. There'll be a ton of other keyboards as well. Yeah, there'll be tons of stuff there. Jay, is your personal items for sale up to date? Kind of and kind of not. There's a ton of stuff that's technically for sale that's not on that list. We haven't really looked at it for a while. If there's anything you're interested in, Sean, if you just drop me an email and say, hey Jay, interested in this, and fill out the form as well, then we'll take a look, but I can't guarantee that. It's not been a priority to look at that for a while, so yeah, I haven't looked at it. BAE much more popular with all the international defense upheaval. Maybe. Any update from GMK on British Racing Green R2? The group buy for that only closed a little while ago, but the updates will be on our updates pages. You can literally just go, hold on, I'll show you. You can literally just go to our website and you can click on information and then group buy updates, and then come down to GMK sets. And all of the GMK sets that are currently in manufacturing will be on here. So you can see that GMK British Racing Green is in manufacturing and it's expected in Q2 2025. And there's no other notes on there. As things get to progressing through, you'll see that other notes start to be added, and confirmation happens on there when you click on them. But at the moment, it's just in production with some of the bits and pieces. The only one that we know that is shipping to us is GMK Boneyard, and that should be here in the next week or two. I think it might arrive Monday or Tuesday, in which case we'll try and get it out before the open day. But yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of the GMK updates. So you can check everything on here. everything, and you can see all the historic group buys that we've done as well. So every GMK set we've ever sold is kind of listed on here, and it's a long list. As you can see, the list just goes on and on and on, and it doesn't really stop. It just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going and keeps going, because we've sold pretty much every GMK set made in the last few years. So yeah, that's where you can check all updates. Okay, let's turn that off. Right. A purple JO2. Don't do this to us, Jay. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. There was the Mecha one. It's right behind me. There was that purple one. Yeah, we did do that purple one. And there's the other Mecha 01 ones in stock as well. Cycle 8. Yeah, Cycle 8's on the shipment. Will PT be selling stipulates, PCBs, other EC items, and KLCs restock? Yeah, so we want to do more in the EC space. It doesn't sell well, but I kind of want to add more to what we sell. Anything that KLC does, we will do at some point. Stipulate, I keep meaning to reach out to him because I need to order a ton of stuff from him, and I haven't done it. So it's on my list of things to do. It might be after I get back from my trip to Iceland at the end of the month, though. Hey Jay, how are you today? I'm good, Ben. Thank you. It's been a good weekend. How are the F1s shipping to PT? Will they be coming in their own container, or you get them merged with the shipping container shipped from China? So the F1s are produced in Korea, which means that we're not going to ship them from Korea to China to add into a China shipment to then ship all the way to the UK. We're having to do them separately. This is costing us more than the revenue of, more than the margin we had on them. So every single F1 unit we sold in group buy is going to be at a loss, quite a significant loss as well. It's like something like £8 per board or something loss. But we're working on it at the moment. So Sharon's coming up with a plan. They're not actually ready to ship yet. Gion said our batch will be ready soon. I think next week or the week after or something like that. 17th, I think he said. That sticks in my mind. I don't know why. But Sharon is working with Gion to work out how we ship them over. So we'll do it as easy as we can and ship them. They'll have to come by sea. Air shipping would literally double the cost of production almost. It's ridiculous to ship them by air. So yeah, it's they're going to ship by a container from, or freight forwarder from South Korea to the UK, but I'm not 100% certain what that looks like. Yeah, Sharon's working with Gion to figure that out. Any news on the SM46? If that's something we've already sold, it'll be on our updates. If it's not something we've already sold, I don't recognize the name. Is that a board we've sold already? I feel like it's a... Is that the Made by Sam board? If it is, the updates will be on our updates pages. Yeah, the S46, yeah. It's still in manufacturing as far as I'm aware at the minute. Oh no? What we're saying oh no to, maybe yes. What we're saying oh no to. Okay, so yeah, that's the plan for the next couple of weeks. Get the shipment here, process it. That will be after the open day. The big push for this week is on the open day, making sure that everyone comes has coffee and water and goodie bags. There's going to be a goodie bag for everyone to take home. It'll include PT keycaps and samples of other things. I'm going to make everyone a keyring here at the workshop as well. I think it's going to be quite good, quite fun. Basically, I'm going to be using the laser all week, which is a good thing because I've not used it. So we're going to work through that in the next week or so. I'll see hopefully a ton of you at the open day. If you're coming to the open day, let me know in chat because it'd be great to see who's coming. Yeah, I'm hoping that we get like 50 or 60 people here. It'd be really, really good fun. Coffee, water, and food goodie bags, all the major food groups. Yeah, well, the goodie bags will be more like physical things like keycaps and key pullers. We might be able to chuck a biscuit or something in there. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, there'll be coffee. We're going to try and raise some money for Macmillan Cancer Support as well. So there'll be like free filter coffee on the day. But if you want a nice coffee from my cool machine, a small donation to like Macmillan Cancer Support might be required. Whatever money we raise from Macmillan, I'll personally match as well. And then we're going to have some discounts on the day for stock as well. So if you're coming along, I think what we're going to do is we're probably going to have a little bit of a sale for people who are not attending on the website in celebration of my birthday and kind of 5.5 years of PT and all that kind of stuff. Because I am 40 this time, and it's kind of a big birthday, so we're going to have a bit of a discount for that. But you'll get that discount plus an extra discount for being here in person at the workshop as well. So we'll figure out the details of it, and we'll announce it the day before, I think. But If I picked up a raw JO2 at the open day, would I be able to get an O-ring and the like as and when available? Yeah, so the raw JO2s we have in stock right now, they don't include a PCB, they don't include a plate, and they don't include an O-ring. It's like an all-in-one gasket. The files are available for you to get the plate and the gasket if you wanted to go produce them. You could probably 3D print them in TPU or something similar. The PCB, any 60% PCB with a JST header should work, but we haven't tested that. We will have PT6s in the stock in future, but the JO2 is kind of like a done deal now. I don't intend on producing any more gaskets for them ever, because like we don't even have the mold anymore. The mold I had made for the gaskets that was injection molded, that's been destroyed now. The JO2 is not coming back. Once these ones are sold, that's it. That's the plan. The only other thing that we will do is we're going to do the EC compatibility kit, where you'll get a plate, a PCB, and a custom gasket, because the gasket has to be different for the EC. So other than that, that's it. Keycaps can still be delicious. Maybe. Alpine Norda UK kits. I probably have enough Alpine Norda UK kits to give every attendee one. Yeah, for free. I won't be doing that, but I could. Definitely will be coming. Would I potentially be able to buy another Type Plus stab on the day if it did end up getting lost? RM haven't been too helpful. I don't know. We've had a couple of people say RM hasn't updated, but they'll all be delivered, I'm sure. We don't have any more Type Plus stabs in stock right now. That's it. They're done. The only ones I have are my personal ones that I bought off the store myself. So I don't think we'll have the next batch of Type Plus in store to buy one on the day either. But either way, you know, come and say hello and we'll see what we can do. Won't settle for anything less than Twix in the bag. There won't be Twixes in the bag. There might be Biscoff in the bag, if you're lucky. Didn't get a hall pass, so won't be able to make it this time. Dude. Disappointing, man. Is there an expected date for the raffle of the TGR Jane Lamb alert? I'm not involved in that. That's not a PT thing. We just sold the key set. You would need to reach out to Lamb to understand that. I have no idea where that's at. We've provided a list of the qualifying orders, and that's as far as it goes from us. Maybe thank you so much for the Ko-fi subscription as well. I thoroughly appreciate you. Thank you so much. Keeper, thanks so much for being here. I'm doing well, man. Thank you. Any idea of when the items from Protozoa will be available for purchase? Yes, we're aiming to have them ready for purchase before the end of March. Mel has diligently gone through every single product, counted it, QC'd it, checked it. We have it here. We have received a cease and desist for the S2000 minis. I don't know who it's from. The document we've received says that the client remains anonymous. So I don't know what's going to happen with those, but everything else should be for sale by the end of March. Sharon's actually gone on vacation for a whole month, but is working while she's away. So she's in the south of France, sunning herself on a beach, working on a laptop on the beach for the next month. But Sharon's in the process of creating all of the product listings for the Protozoa stuff. There are hundreds of them. It's not going to be quick. It's just a time-consuming thing. Just to create a product listing, make sure we've got all the pictures in place, check the pricing, get everything signed off with all of the people that need to sign it off, takes time. You know, it's roughly about an hour per product listing, maybe 2 hours or 3 hours for some of the bigger, longer ones. Even more if it's something that has multiple parts and multiple options, like a keyboard where you can have different plates and PCBs and things. So we hope to have that ready by the end of the month, and we'll do a big announcement when it goes live. So yeah, we are working on it. It's just slowly time consuming. Do you build kits for people at the cost, like the Zoom 65 V3? Yeah, my flat rate is £50 for a keyboard build. That includes VAT. You can check it out on the website. If you go on to our website, which is just here, click on information, then services, and you'll see that we offer a prototypist build service, and you can message us there to book in the build service. If you didn't want to use us, you can use a third-party service. If you come on MK UK, which the button will take you to, and you use a service on there, this guy here is really good at keyboard building. This is Matt here. That's me there. But this is Matt at the last MK UK event. He builds keyboards as well. He does a really, really good job. And if you do use anyone on MK UK, if you read through this, you can actually get 5% by reviewing them on the MK UK Discord server. You get 5% off your next PT order if you share the details with us. So there's multiple options to get boards built in the UK. But Pokemon Kid Matt is really, really good as well. Who is the crocodile alligator behind Jay, and why is it so insanely adorable? Dude, do you not know this? Do you not know this? This is Gator Ron. This is an alligator, not a crocodile. It's Gator Ron, as in Gator Ron switches, and it's something that Novel Keys introduced to the market 4 or 5 years ago. So yeah, so Gator Ron. I've had him. He's been in every PT office that there has ever been. We also have a couple of others. This is the alpaca from Alpaca Switches, and this is the olive from GMK Olivia. But this has a secret. It has a pimento. So there you go. There's been a ton of them. I actually have a ton more kind of like soft toys that have been part of keyboard stuff for a while. So yeah. Lucky Sharon. Yeah. Somebody submitted a cease and desist. Yeah, we get a cease and desist probably every month. Like I get at least one a month. It's kind of crazy. For different things. Some are valid, some are not. We had the one that was really famous a couple of weeks ago for having MK in the name from mechanicalkeyboards.co. Like I think every vendor's had that at some point, because we had the QK80 Mark II. We got a cease and desist for that. We've had them for key sets in the past. We got one for EPBT Creative Studio, which wasn't even a set that Prototypist sold. It was nothing to do with Prototypist, and we got a cease and desist for it. So, you know, who knows? So yeah, if there's sand and baguette crumbs in PT product listings, it's Sharon's fault. Got it? Yeah, absolutely. Pokemon Kid, hello man. How the timing? Yeah. +1 for Matt, he's a wizard. Yeah. I build all my own MX keyboards, but if it comes to a Topper PCB, I tend to send it to Matt. So yeah, gotta kiss Ron. I put Ron back. I can't kiss Ron. Didn't even put that together. Gator Ron. Yeah, Gator Ron. Gator Ron. Yeah. Can we get a Gator Ron? Can we pet Gator Ron on Saturday? I'll make sure he's out. Yeah, you'll be able to see him. Yeah. Still waiting for GMK DCS Ron. Yeah, that's still a meme, still happening. Yeah. Good place to stuff some spare cash. There is no cash in the olive, I'm afraid. I am not someone who handles cash very often. And Ozzy the Octopus downstairs. Ozzy the Octopus is gigantic though. Like I couldn't even show you Ozzy the Octopus on stream. It's massive. If Gator Ron has been in every PT office, is he the secret owner of PT? Yeah, that's the big secret about Prototypist. I'm not the owner. I don't even work here. I just randomly break in every week just to borrow the stuff. You know, that's all it is. Who has spare cash in this week? Exactly. You may have a problem, sir. Curious Lewis really said again, and you get a mysterious cease and desist for the S2000. I don't know who sent it. Like it's someone who knows that we've absorbed Protozoa. But like I don't know. I'm not privy to the details that Protozoa had with Lewis over the S2000. I don't think it's Lewis that sent the cease and desist. I'd be very surprised if it was, because I'm sure he just messaged me. Like I've had dinner with the guy, so I'm sure if he felt like it was something he needed to talk to me about, he'd just message me. But yeah, we got a cease and desist for it just a couple of days ago. So yeah. I'll happily lube your Topper PCB. Nice. Ped ISO, hope all is well, Jay. Thank you so much, Kato. Of all the products, I'm surprised since the S2000 is open source. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, we don't even know who it's from. The cease and desist came from a legal firm saying we had to stop selling it. I don't know. It just said that their client wanted to remain anonymous, but we have to so long to comply. The thing is, we don't even have it listed on the website. So how they know about it is news to me. Like, how they know about it is something new to me. Problem, someone not wanting more in the market so the value doesn't go down. Wish I was joking. Dude, it wouldn't surprise me. We've had cease and desists before from people who've paid for like legal advice to get a cease and desist letter written up to send to us for something that they aren't even involved in. Like, it's bizarre. It is bizarre. Things that people do. Big Keyboard has been lying to you. There is no PT workshop. It's all an elaborate green screen at CGI. That Gator Run is clearly CGI. If you look carefully at the replay, you can see it clicks through Jay's hand. Yeah. The whole meme about the PT workshop not existing was why I started doing Instagram stories 4.5 years ago, 5 years ago, to just kind of prove that it existed, which was awful that I had to do that, but it's a meme that still keeps pervading. But luckily it's more meme now than serious. Like I occasionally get a serious comment on something that it's, oh, the PT Workshop isn't a real place. But most of it's just memeing now, which is good. Got to be in a sense. I think you mean Honda, right? Ray? It was a Honda S2000. I don't think it'd be someone like that. Like the legal firm that did it wasn't particularly big. They were based in Norfolk, I think. Hold on, do I have it to hand? Let me see. Let me see if I can tell you where it was from. Colchester is where the solicitors are based. Colchester. So I don't know much about Colchester. I've never been, but their address is in Colchester. So there you go. I thought it was Norfolk from memory, but I was just thinking of that kind of approximate area. So yeah, Honda. I was thinking this end because I was on Craigslist shopping. Lines up pretty well with loose shaping. I don't see why it would be Lewis. Like I genuinely can't imagine it being them. Norfolk's where Honda does all of its lawyering. They're huge Mustard fans at Honda, widely known fact. Fair enough. Colchester isn't in Norfolk, probably not Honda. It's in England, that's good enough for me. Maybe. It's probably someone with a chip on the shoulder who's just sent it. But the legal firm that it's from does exist. The next steps for me is to basically just send it on to my legal advisor and say, the thing with the cease and desist is sometimes we just ignore them. Like with the one from mechanicalkeyboards.co for the MK stuff, we just ignore it because we know that if we ever get taken to court or if we ever actually get legal fines against us, we can say, yeah, this doesn't really match because it means Mark, not mechanical keyboard. So a lot of them we just ignore. Some of them does mean that we don't sell stuff. So there is some products here that sat on the shelf for 2, 3, 4 years that we've never been able to sell because of them. But yeah, just part of doing business sometimes. Just part of doing business. I was this many days old when I learned that Colchester is a place. Nice. I'm 20 minutes from there going to go throw some eggs. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't be throwing eggs. Like, it's not the solicitor's firm's fault. They've just sent a letter, right? They've been asked by someone and paid by someone to send the letter. Damn, now that's a bowl of coffee. No, the mugs just look big. It's not actually that big. Oops. You didn't want to have that out. It's just a normal Kurt plate. If you look at it compared to a coaster, it's just a normal mug. It just looks big on camera because it's in front of me, and the way that the angle of the lens is, it just looks like it's big compared to my head. That's all it is. It's just a normal 12-ounce mug. Whole town of Colchester is now on a PT blacklist. It's not. Okay, make an omelette instead. Good choice. A bot trolled the net and auto-generated a letter. Well, this is the thing, BK. Some of them are like that, like the mechanical keyboards one. It is just that, but we don't have the S2000 Mini listed on our website. In fact, the only time it's ever been mentioned is on YouTube, I believe, under the prototypist name. And I don't even know if we named it in the title of the stream. Let's have a look. Did we name it in the stream? Let's have a look. We did name it in the stream 13 days ago. So we streamed the build of it 13 days ago, and it was named in the stream title. Maybe it came from this. No comments. 46 views. How many views did that get on Twitch? Let's have a look. Where has it gone? Content, there it is. Video producer. How many? 1,042 views on Twitch. So this is the stream on Twitch here. You can see that 1,042 is the number of views it had. I don't know. Maybe that's where it came from. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Right. Okay. Don't forget you can buy coffee from j03.co.uk as well. And the Ko-fi page is just J at Prototypist Keyboards. Nice and easy. Okay. I can get rid of all of that now. There we go. Okay. Not always a bad idea to check in with the firm to check if it's actually come from the firm. Yeah, I mean, like that's for our legal advisor to do. Like they will handle that, and yeah. Thing is, they also have to defend it, otherwise people can claim that it's not valid. I mean, that's true. That's true, but I think there is an onus on people to check that they're claiming for the right things. Sometimes some of the claims are very, very spurious. Is this person a hate watcher of your stories? I don't know. Maybe. It could be. Like, the only place it's ever been mentioned is in Instagram stories and on stream. Like, there's never been mentioned on the website. It's never been mentioned in a blog. It's never been mentioned in print, you know, in any of our email posts or anything like that. So I don't know. This is going to get worse with LLM. Maybe. Very interesting you have an anonymous client. It sort of says, trust me, our client has a legitimate interest, to which my response as a company would be, once you're willing to demonstrate that, I'm willing to have a chat. Until then, have a lovely day, mate. Usually the way that these conversations go with our legal advisor is he goes, okay, thanks for sending that over. Jay, I would advise you to ignore this piece of paper and just carry on doing what you're doing, because I can't see any way that this is going to impact you. Or alternatively, he goes, Jay, you could choose to look at this and fight this. To look at this properly and see what we need to do, it's going to cost you $3 to $5 grand. Would you like to commit that money and take it further, or would you just like to not sell the product? Those are usually the two paths it goes down. Either ignore it or pay some money to investigate whether we could fight it and defend ourselves. And in those circumstances, it's usually cheaper to just say, yeah, no, rather than actually do it. It's like, just the cost of looking into whether you can fight something is often far more than the product is worth. So what's the point? Why would you spend money to then lose money when you can sell the product and you could just not sell the product? I mean, sure, it's taking a loss either way, but you know, you've got to weigh up the pros and cons here, and it's got to be a case of I can either lose a little bit and it's going to suck, or I can lose a bit more and a little bit if it doesn't go my way, and that really sucks, or I can lose a little bit and take 6 months and then it'll sell and I'll still lose some money, and that still sucks. And it's like, what's the point in putting it off for 6, 9, 12 months when you can just take the loss now and write it off? So yeah. I don't think the cease and desist is from Lewis. I genuinely believe if it was from Lewis, he would just message me. So yeah. You like the sound of our legal advisor? Sounds ethical. He's like, I am paraphrasing when I say this is how it would be, but basically he will say, look, you can spend money to fight this and still maybe lose, or you can just not spend any money. It's up to you. Do they charge you for the saying the do nothing as well? No, that's covered with like the retainer cost, like the annual fee that we pay for it. That's covered within that. So if I send them an email that says, do I need to do something with this? As long as all they're doing is reading it and not replying to it, well, there's no charge. There's no charge. Someone should be taking issue with it being an S2000 Mini. Hand and Protozoa was listed as just the 2000 Mini. Maybe, and we haven't listed it. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Arrived when you were talking about legal things. Have to see the VOD now as fast as possible for context. Cease and desist for S2000 Mini keyboard. Legal advisor waiting updates. That's it. Sell it as the S2001 big. Just sell it as keyboard 1. Buy or don't buy. Buy or not. Keyboard 1, buy or not. Simple as that. Right. Okay. Okay, so I think we've talked about everything on the PT news, and I think we've talked about everything about the open day. If anyone's got any suggestions for things they'd like to see at the open day, drop me a message in the open day channel on Discord, because I'm keen to make sure that we do the things that you want us to do. So we're going to have keyboards out on display, we're going to have switch testers, we're going to have freebies, we're going to raffle some stuff off for charity as well. Someone is going to win I put it over there, the Neo60 CU HHKB that we built last week in Nebula colorway. Someone is going to win that. Someone who attends the meetup is going to take that home with them. That is absolutely going to happen. We'll try and raise some money from Macmillan. Whatever we do raise, I will match. And yeah, there'll be some big discounts on the day for people buying stuff in stock as well. So yeah. There might be a few JO2s to hang around your nose over. Yeah, I actually have a space just for a couple of people to bring their own boards, because this isn't really a meetup. We don't want tons of people bringing their own keyboards along. But I have allowed a couple of people to bring some keyboards along, and I've got a little space for them to be as well. So yeah. Right, okay, so I think we've caught up with everything now. I'm going to try and finish my coffee, and then we'll start taking a look at the Toro60, which we're going to build first. Yeah, I think there's 10 different keyboards, Fruit Gummy, that's going to be in the raffle, I think. Some are bare bones, some are old prototypes. There's a Box 75 that's been knocking around the workshop for about 4 years. There's some other keyboard kits, there's some artisan cases, there's a couple of key sets that Mel's procured. There's just a few things knocking around. And like last time we did it, we had like a bit of a free-for-all with a box, and some people felt left out because they didn't get to the box quick enough. So I want to make sure that there is plenty of free stuff, but like you have to like give some money to charity. I'm not talking like a ton of money, like a couple of quid to charity gets you some raffle tickets, and you can win and stuff like that. So yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. Will you post some videos of the day? I'm stuck here in the USA. Sean, yeah. What I'm hoping to do is I'm hoping to have one of the cameras from this PC at the top of the stairs just outside my office door. So if you ever see me walk down the stairs on Instagram, I'm hoping to have probably this camera that's up here, this camera, through that door, facing down, and it will be streamed on Twitch. Like it'll be streamed here, or maybe on Discord. Maybe we'll just do it in a Discord chat, but we'll kind of have something up so people can see as much of the day as possible. What time would the open day be ending? About 3:30, 4 o'clock is when we're going to close up. So about 4 p.m. is when we're going to close up the PTHQ. So we'll be open for about 3.5 hours. Plenty of time to meet people, have a coffee, buy some stuff, get some big discounts, win some cool stuff. And then people will be going off to do their own thing. The SPC Twitch subs, I think it's now closed, but there is a meal for people who've already filled that out on our SPC Twitch subs, or Ko-fi subs. So we'll be going out for a meal as part of the SPC on the evening, which would be nice. And then I think for anyone who's staying overnight in Leeds, if you want to come to PT on Sunday morning, we'll be open about 10:30 till about 12 o'clock for breakfast sandwiches. So you'll be able to come along and get a bacon sandwich for free and before you head off on your journey home. So that's kind of the plan. 4 a.m. I think you mean 4 p.m. good sir. 4 p.m. good sir. The other thing as well is on that Sunday, I'll be out on the Saturday night, which means I'll probably be having a few drinks, and it'll probably be about 2 a.m. when I get home. The Formula One is on that Sunday morning, so I'm probably gonna get like 2 hours sleep, get up, watch the Formula One, and then as soon as the Formula One's finished, come straight to the PT workshop and get ready for breakfast for everyone. So yeah, it's gonna be busy. It's going to be busy. Right, okay, time to build the Toro60 though, and then we'll build the Neo65 CU straight after. Once I've got through this coffee, I might have to take a really quick comfort break because this coffee's gone through me quite quickly. So I'm going to have a quick comfort break, and then we'll crack on with building the keyboards. So I'll be back in about about a minute, guys. Maybe a minute and a half. I'll see you guys in a few seconds. Okay, I'm back. None of you are the captain. Sorry. Say what you really think. Yeah. Ugly, idiot, numpty, get a life. Yeah, all the stuff I hear on a daily basis, right? This is the point of the stream where I say Jay's gone for a poo, and Demotex threatens to banhammer at me. Yeah, no poo. Sorry. Sorry to disappoint. Ah, right, okay. I feel a little bit better after that. How long for Jay to go boom boom? 12 to 13 minutes? Depends on how long my game of Belatra lasts. Did you wash your hands? Yes. Right, okay. Let's get the Toro60 out and we'll build the Toro60. So, here is the Toro60. Comes in this lovely, lovely box. Let's take out all of the bits and pieces here. That's got the JSON file on it. I'm going to keep it in there for now. Whoops. Okay. Once again, I'll need to leave you in. I think you'll be on your own, Jay, as the other mods are absent abroad. Okay, no worries. Thank you very much for letting me know. Here is the Toro60 again. Whoops. Came out a little bit quicker than I was expecting. That's what she said. Do 6 polls now before you go. Or we're about to start some ads, so I'll do the poll after the ads finish. But here is the Toro60 with that unique isolated spacebar. Here's the base of it with that very, 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 very cute weight. Let's take the board apart and then we'll have a look at how we're going to build it today. Exploded spacebar? Yeah. Jay, do you eat meatloaf wrapped in bacon in the UK? Meatloaf is not a big thing over here, no. Like, I don't think I've ever had meatloaf in the UK. I've only ever had it while I've been in the US. We do wrap things in bacon though. That's quite common for us to wrap things in bacon. But we have proper bacon, not American bacon. Is it unique? Nessun keyboards also have it. Yeah, Nessun keyboards also have it. It's not totally unique, but it's pretty cool either way. I don't think Nessun have ever done it with the Chinese wing keyless blockers as well that you can see here. So these are shortened blockers for a 60% with the exploded spacebar. So yeah, I'm not aware of if Brick's done it too. So yeah, there we go. Nessun did wing key or HHKB. Yeah, I don't think they've ever done Chinese wing keyless, so that's the uniqueness of the layout. It's pretty cool though. Of course, you've got the daughter board here as well, and you can see where the tabs sit for the top mount option. So a video of American pigs in blanket and they wrapped hot dogs in pastry or something. Yeah, that doesn't sound right. Is there a Spanish link to this board? I don't know. I'm not sure. I am not actually sure. Right, okay, so we're going to be building this board hot swap today. And we're going to build it hot swap ANSI, because that's all the board supports. Or all the hot swap PCB supports. This has been built on stream before historically, so you will see a few marks on it. Toro is the name of the dog. Gotcha. That makes sense. So, I think the first poll needs to be, what plate would you like to see us build today, guys? Bear in mind this is hot swap. We have a translucent acrylic. We have a POM plate. We have aluminium. Or we have carbon fiber. So let me get a poll up for that. New poll. Okay, the poll is now up for that, so you guys can vote in the poll. Oh wait, the poll's already active. Someone's already done it for me. Who did that? Who did that? You've done it? I thought you'd gone. I thought you'd gone. I thought you had gone. I thought you had gone, Mr. Blackbrook. Okay, you can vote in the poll that Mr. Blackbrook's done. Let me know which one you'd like to see on here. I'm going to drop my vote in there as well. Whilst that's going, let's get a cloth out and get some stabilizers ready. I'm pretty sure it's acrylic. Why is there no polypropylene option? Because no. Oh dear, you make me chuckle. You make me chuckle. Right, okay.
Tasty, tasty.
Tasty, tasty. Thank you so much to Comic for the Ko-fi sub. I appreciate that. I can't find my brush. I have found my brush. Yeah, thank you very much for the Ko-fi sub as well. I thoroughly appreciate that. Interesting that CF's winning. I haven't told you which switches we're using for this yet, but I have made a decision on my own because you guys can't be trusted after last week. We're going to be using Gator on Ink for this build. Let me see if I have enough stabilizers in here. I think we need a 7U wire for this. I'm pretty sure that's 7U. Oh no, it's going to be a 6.25U. So let's have a look in here. This is where I'm just trying to use up a couple of packs that have been used together. I do have a 6.25U wire. That looks better, yeah. And then we're going to need one for backspace, one for left shift, one for ANSI enter, and that should be it. Okay, so we need get these housings out. Time to find out what the SPC means. You might be surprised. What's the weirdest plate material? Ham. Is ham really a plate material? These all in one side, and then I can get rid of this box because I don't need this box. Some thick ass ham to hold all the switches. It'd have to be super thick ham, you know, super thick ham. No poll at the minute. Right, CF plate has one, so we're going to use a CF plate. Let's get the stabilizers lubed first. So we're going to assemble these first. These are the Type Plus stabilizers, and these do accept lube much better once they've been assembled. So I like to pre-assemble them and then lubricate them. Now these stabilizers do have left and right hand side components that can only be used on those sides. So they're quite tricksy to install, but once you've got them going, they're good. Just check that it's 6. Yeah, it's 6.25. I thought it was. I thought it was. But sometimes I have to just verify these things. Type Plus selling like stabs during COVID. Yeah, we struggled to keep them in stock. I think the next ones will stay in stock. I've got another batch that I'm partway through ordering, so hopefully when they arrive, they'll stay in stock a little bit longer, but we'll see. Jay, you say that every time. Yeah, but like it still surprises me every time that they sell out. Like, don't get me wrong, these are great stabilizers. They are probably the best stabilizers on the market right now. But like when we put, you know, hundreds and hundreds of sets in stock, I really don't expect them to sell out like immediately. Like it just doesn't feel right. Like we've sold more Type Plus in the past month than we've sold pretty much anything else, and ironically we end up losing money hand over fist on them as well, because we don't charge like the full retail price for them, because I think stabs should be something that's accessible for everyone. But then people only buy the stabilizers, so by the time we packed it and everything else, there's a cost of the box, packing, everything else. It's not always something that helps us break even. Let's get rid of this. Okay, so I'm going to lube the stabilizers up now. I'm just going to take a small amount of lube and lube these up, get them all working nicely. Please make them available outside working hours to stand a chance of buying them. Well, we did 2 drops that were at like 6 PM and they just sold out so quick that when we did the next drops, we actually dropped them in stock for the SPC first, and gave the SPC like 10 minutes heads up. So the only problem is to like do them any other way. It means we have to work out of hours as well. So that's the challenge there. How if you keep a Type Plus stabs in your back pocket, you're more likely to succeed at a job interview. Is that so? Is that so? Well, if I ever have another job interview, I will keep that in mind. grade 0. Yeah, that's all I use for stabilizers. You can argue for BDZXHT, and that's fine. I prefer not to use it. I just don't like the feel of it. But that's very much a personal preference kind of thing. Dielectric grease will work fine as well, but it will need reapplying a lot more often. That's too much. Maybe after a point only do them as an add-on item. Yeah, we have literally talked about that this week internally, that we do them as an add-on item where you have to buy something else before you can get the Type Plus stabs, but it just feels a little bit disingenuous to the kind of community that to do that. So I'm a little bit loath to do that, but it might be something we have to do just to keep them in stock. If the next batch sells out again within like a day or two, then maybe we'll consider that for the one after. It's absolutely something we talked about internally, though. Mel and I were discussing it just I think Tuesday, Wednesday last week about doing that. Okay, stabilizers lubricated. Can we get photos with the tub of lube on open day? Perhaps set up a little photo booth with it. Sure. That seems like a very weird thing to ask. But sure. Okay, we're building with carbon fiber because you guys have got taste and style. I've dropped a PCB in there. Can I get it out? I can. Let's get the stabilizers plugged in then. Have you sold anything else that quick repeatedly? Cheesecakes, the original JO1s. Yeah, there've been other products that have sold like that. The original JO1 extras, I think they lasted about 8 minutes. You know, it was just super popular at the time. There's been some keycap extras that have done similar as well. I did think Darling was going to sell out quite quickly, but we kept it in stock for a week now, so perhaps the Darling hype has faded. I appreciate you saying the Type Plus stabs in a UPS bag as opposed to another giant UPS box. Yeah, so the UPS boxes are actually a requirement of UPS for us to ship stuff by them. If you ordered by Royal Mail, we sent them in a bag, I think, but the UPS ones technically should go in a box for insurance reasons and just part of our contract negotiations. So, yeah. I think there's someone out there with 1,000 Type Plus stabilizers and cheesecakes. Maybe. I keep expecting them to turn up on another vendor's website like in the next couple of weeks. Someone just bought so many from us. Minimum quantity order or add-on item? Maybe. They order like 5, but if they want 1 or 2, they must order something else. Yeah, maybe. The only slight issue with that is it would require custom code on the website to enable something like that, whichever developer we asked to make that for us would charge us for, because it's not kind of functionality native to Shopify. So there'd be a cost to do that. I still think QMX are slightly better. I like the absolute stability of the stab stem. Yeah, I don't disagree. I think that QMX are probably, if you can spend the time to tune them and lube them nicely, QMX are probably the overall best stabilizer on the market. I think they're a little bit more difficult to tune, and I think they're a little bit more difficult to install. And some people don't like the fact that you can't retune them without taking the whole board apart. Like, you have to disassemble the board and completely remove the stabilizers to be able to retune them. That's the only downside. That's the only thing that prevents them being like an A tier stabilizer for me. The fact that to retune them, you have to desolder your board and pull the stabilizers out, then retune them and then rebuild. Whereas these can be tuned whilst they're in situ, as can most of the stabilizers. Okay, stabilizers in the board, all looking nice and pretty. Time to get the plate on and get our switches installed. Kisses on the forehead, take it or leave it. Dude. Darling hype died when Clout Chasers realized they couldn't flip it to 500 anymore. Yeah, maybe. I just thought it'd sell in stock. Like, it sold really well in group buy, and then in stock, it's like the web page hasn't even had that many views. It's not been particularly popular at all. It's an in-stock product. I'm just gonna grab my plate fork. So usually I prefer a plate fork when I'm using softer plates. But when I'm using quite a rigid plate as well, sometimes it becomes useful because otherwise the plate just drops down and sits flush against the PCB if you're not careful. So just whilst we're going to hold up a few switches. And these are the last of the round 1 inks I have from 2017, 2018 when they first came out. These are the very last ones I have. I'm going to trust the fixed position for the switches on here, that it meets the requirements for Chinese wing keyless. It looks like it does, yeah. So I don't have to worry about where I'm putting switches. We just fill the plate up. Pay the developer in type plus steps, maybe. They'd have to be a keyboard enthusiast to do that though. But yeah, with Darling, like, it's a good colorway in and of itself as well. Like in its own right, it's a good colorway. So I figured the in-stock extras were going to sell. I was sorely mistaken. I wonder if the original R1 Darling set I gave away on stream before the R2 group buy happened, I wonder if that set got flipped. I can't remember who won it now, but there was a stream winner. I wonder if they kept it or flipped it. KKB Darling probably hoovered a lot of the demand. Well, KKB Darling was before GMK Darling went into group buy, right? So for round 2 anyway. So I don't think that would have hoovered up most of the demand. Doubt they sold it. I mean, it was before the R2 group buy was announced, so perhaps they did. I'm not judging them if they did. I think I've bent the pin on that switch. Well, I've got it stuck either way. Come on. Thanks for the CF plate, Kel Surprise. Was it Neodoid? In that case they won't have sold it, yeah. I can't remember who wins these things. We give away so much stuff here, I can never keep track of who's won stuff. Okay. Making good progress here. I'm gonna go with stepped caps lock because stepped caps lock is best.
Incredible.
Thank you, Oswin, for the follow. I thoroughly appreciate you. Thanks for the content. You're welcome, dude. It's my job. Kinda. Partially. Maybe. I don't know. I guess it could be argued that it's a form of advertising for Prototypist, when really it's a cathartic outlet for me. So... Okay, last few switches to go. Come on. Okay, that's us all inked up for the build. It's looking good. If you've subscribed through Twitch or Ko-fi, you just need to link your Discord account on Twitch or Ko-fi, and then within about 24 hours, you'll automatically get the SPC Discord role. Okay, so that's the board all put together. Next job is to pop the PCB and plate into the casing, and then you guys can pick some switches. So we're going to do this as top mount, so we're just going to drop that in place. Make sure everything looks like it lines up nicely. It does. We're going to take the top mount screws. Have I been to an F1 race IRL? Which would I like to go to? I think I'm going. I need to check out with my friend Elias, but I believe I'm going to Silverstone this year. I just need to check on the details with him, but I believe he has managed to acquire me some tickets. I've been to Silverstone once before, and that's about it. But I've always wanted to go to Spa. I've been to Spa racecourse before, but not for the F1. So I would like to go to Spa. That's probably one of my biggest dream. And of course, I'd love to see Monza as well. But there's so many good races in F1 these days. Monaco would be fantastic. You know, I would go to every race in F1 if I could. Like if I ever won the lottery and had the ability to go to every single F1 race, I probably would do. Like that's just something I probably would do. I can 100% not afford it at the moment. I can probably barely afford to go to Silverstone, to be honest with you. But yeah. I'm a poor man at the minute. There we go. Okay, so that's the plate and PCB assembled into the top case. Now we're going to connect the JST, and then we are going to plug the board in. The JST connector just here. We're going to plug that in. Oh man, that's quite tight against the hot swap socket. Actually, there we go. Cool. And then we're going to pop this down. And then we have 4 screws to tighten down. And then you guys can pick some keycaps. You planning to go to Shanghai? Yeah. Shanghai would be pretty cool, actually. I think Singapore would be fantastic to go to. I think Singapore would probably be one of the coolest Grand Prix to go to. No foams or anything on this build, no. This is the Toro60. Melbourne's nice. Yeah. Melbourne is a good race. It's visually one of the best looking tracks as well. Okay, so that's the board all built. All these lovely, lovely curves and profiles to the board. You can see here how it curves. It's really nice, and it's the same all the way around. It's absolutely lovely. Is that weight slightly loose? I think the weight's slightly loose. Let's just take this back apart and tighten that weight up. just going to tighten this way up. Is that the right screwdriver? Next one up. Okay, right, let me go pick a couple of key sets off the shelf for you guys to pick from here. I'm just going to nip over here and pick a couple of keycap sets up, and then you guys can have a vote on which key set you'd like. So, Mr. Blackbrook, if you're still watching, I will handle this, but I'll put up a new poll in just a moment. Let me go grab a couple of key sets. Okay. Red for Toro? No, not going red. We're not going red. We're going to match something with the silver because it's quite nice and cute. So the three choices I have for you today are Fuji, the Katakana base, GMK Retro Muted, or alternatively, GMK Mercury. Something that's going to look nice with the silver. So let me put the poll up for that. Okay, the poll is now up. You guys can pick. Let me know what you'd like to see on the board. Mars Cadet. Mars Cadet's a great set. It's one of my favourite sets, actually. I really, really like it. And it would look good on a silver board. I need to build a board for Mars Cadet specifically, I think, personally. Yeah, I'll have to do that at some point. Yeah. Oh, man. Our... My emails have gone absolutely nuts. What on earth is going on? Oh man. SPC signups as well. That's nice. I think you need a Granty Crane to pick up the sets boxes. Nice. Yeah, like a gantry just to go across and drop down and pick up. That'd be pretty cool. Could build something in Lego right for that. Mars Cadet has some great golden novelties. It does. It has some excellent golden novelties. Actually, one of the things I did get for the open day is I asked GMK to send a load of their samples of the cool kind of like new features that they're doing. So I received a couple of days ago a couple of big bags of like 1,000 keycaps of all the special effects that they've tried. So pearlescence and glow in the dark and UV reactive and marble effects and wood grain effects and 1,001 other things. So we're going to have a load of those samples at the open day as well, so you'll be able to kind of like see what GMK can do too, which will be quite fun. Some Australian guy bought them all. Yeah, I think we have one last drop of Mars Cadet to go, I think. A certain Aussie has a monopoly on them now. Absolutely. This open day going to be so good. Dude, like, I'm so excited for it. I am so excited for it. I'm so excited to meet people as well. Like the MK UK meetups are great. The issue with the MK UK meetup sometimes though is that there are so many people there. I can't meet everybody. Like I must have shook you know, 70 hands at the MK UK meetup and spoke to a lot of people that I know and recognize. There's a few people I went to seek out to find, but like it's impossible to just meet everybody. Whereas when we kind of do these more intimate events here at PTHQ, we can kind of share what we do and share our stuff, and people can, you know, it's easier to speak to, you know, 25, 30, 50, maybe at close to like 70, 100 people here, because it's kind of like on home turf and it's a little bit easier. So yeah. Put Mars Cadet on my Snow White Think 6.5 V2, looks sick. I do have a really good board actually for Mars Cadet. So this is a Matrix Labs board. It's currently wearing Space Cadet, but this is a limited edition they did for the original moon landings. And because it's kind of this white VHS kind of finish, I think it might look quite good with Mars Cadet. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? It's got some really cool 1969, they're there, kind of like Mission to the Moon kind of stuff. Like, I think this with Mars Cadet would look really sick. We'll have some super rare boards as well on display, like TGRs and OTDs and stuff like that as well. Two J Signets coffee or one Toro60. Okay, so it looks like Mercury's going to win this by quite a big margin. You're making me sad that I can't make the open day, Mr. Super Hens. Just come along. Just turn up. It's fine. You can do it. I think Mercury's going to win this. Unless someone rigs it, I can't see Mercury not winning. I did think you were going to go for Fuji though. Dude, the kids can come. Why can't you bring the kids? Like, just bring the children along, right? It's frowned upon. What, to take your kids out? Or to introduce them to new habits? Okay, let's see. I think we do go for the red enter here just because it's fun. And we go for the 6.25U spacebar, of course. I think that's the shift for this side. With the split spacebar. I'm going to keep some of the cool novelties out because I do have the novelties for this set. So I'm going to keep these out. I'm not sure if we're going to use them yet or not. But there is some cool novelties, such as... Camera, please. Come on, camera, focus. Which is pretty cool. With the atomic number and atomic weight and things. It's nice. Oh, that's a cool keycap. I think we use this as the come on camera, please focus. There we go. Skull and crossbones. Camera. I think we're going to use this as our key just there. Yeah, okay. and that's a cool key. Oh, is that 1.5? No, it's 1.5. I can't use it. That's frustrating. It looked like a 1.25 when I first picked it up. Okay, slowly making some progress here. I wonder if I should use the HG key instead of the H key. I think so. I think we're going to do that. HG being the chemical symbol for mercury, so we'll just use that instead. Do you want a 2-year-old smashing up your TGRs? You called it for the red? Yeah, we can put some little red keycaps on there. Right choice, I can tell already. Yeah. Chinese when keyless? Absolutely. I actually kind of like this layout, even if you just had this as like a normal spacebar. I quite like the layout. It's quite fun. Having the space bar separated, giving, you know, half a U of retail space away from the keycaps means you can do some fun things with the modifiers. I'm slightly concerned that I'm running out of keycaps here, and this keyboard is not actually getting covered very quickly. Like, do I have all the keys here? I'm sure I do, but it always makes me a little bit nervous. I was going to say, I was looking for the other control key, I couldn't find it then. Okay, almost there now. go. Oh yeah, that is caps lock, you are right. Well spotted, good sir. Do I have the right key? Let's see if we can find the right key. That's absolutely right, that is the wrong key kept there. Jay looks in the mirror and tells him this key's missing. This is definitely less painful than going through GMK Cosmos. Dude, it so is. Like, the Cosmos board is over there, and in natural light you can see the legends. In the office lights I have here, you cannot. You really appreciate it. You were the only person that would have noticed that, I think. Didn't used to open my sets right away, but I heard stories about people finding out how they're missing keys months or a year down the line. Yeah, we always recommend that people open the sets as soon as they get them. We've had a few customers, like, we've sold tens of thousands of GMK sets, and we've had a few customers notify us, like, that, oh, we've had, like, I've got 2 F1 keys and no F2 key or whatever. It happens. I don't have one to hand, but if you've seen recently in GMK's kind of like new packaging, they have like a little barcode with a QR code on it. If you think you've got 2 duplicate keys or a key missing, you can send us that barcode and we can actually get pre-packaging photographs from the manufacturer of your exact key set. Like, it's unique to the board, unique to the key set, and we can see what was packed and what was shrink wrapped at the time. So then you know if you've lost it or if it wasn't included, we can check that back. Or if it was a duplicate key, we can check that back with GMK and get replacements for you very, very quickly and easily. So yeah, that's possible. But here is the Toro60 with GMK Mercury. This looks really, really good. Mercury is one of those sets that just looks so good on a silver board. So they use a robot for the base sets, and then all the child kits are done by hand. This is so cute. This is kind of like such a super cute board. Do you know, I think Mercury would be a great name for a little dog as well. Call the dog Mercury. That'd be really cute. So yeah, so GMK use a mix of robots and people. Peel the stickers off the GMK packaging and stuck it to my really useful boxes for the QR codes. Yeah, so we have an agreement with GMK that basically from 30 days from the customer ordering to let us know about any missing keys. So like when you get your sets, check them within 30 days. That's the advice. Right, should we see how this board sounds? Because it looks really, really good. Like, I'm super happy with how this came out. Like, this is just super cute. Mercury is such a set for silver. This is the Toro60 prototype with ink switches, carbon fiber plate, and GMK Mercury. Just looks so neat. Mercury is kind of like a modern version of Honeywell, like a cleaner version of Honeywell sometimes. And it just looks super, super nice. The text on the HG key makes it look like it's the wrong row profile as well. It's not. It's absolutely the correct row profile, as you can see. But it's the text that makes it feel like it's in the wrong place. Feels huggable. Yeah, like it's these curves, man. They make it feel like it's something that needs to be cuddled and touched and shared because it's just so curvy and curvaceous. It's really nice. GMK Deepwell sad in the corner. So Deepwell is a really good set, and I like the designer of Deepwell. I know we're good friends, so yeah. Right, should we see how this one sounds? Let's pause the music for a second. I have a feeling, just based on the fact that this is inks, this might sound a little bit tinny on microphone, but we'll see. It actually sounds pretty good. I think the stabilizer needs a touch more tuning, maybe a little bit more lubricant on it. I'll try and do that before the open day, because this should be here at the open day. But I think this looks really, really cute. I really, really like this bottom row. It feels really natural to have the spacebar offset like this. I know the Nesson boards did it, which we have in stock right now. Maybe I need to buy one of the Nesson boards for myself and build that. Yeah, maybe we'll do that soon. But it's super, super cute. Super cute. Sounds nice. Just looks really, really great. Really, really happy with that. And of course, you have this super cute weight on the base as well. How nice is that with the enamel infill? Little Toro on the back. What a cutie. Okay, right. Let's put the music back on. That's build 1 done. Next up, we're going to build the Neo65 CU. I'm really happy with that build. That looks really, really cool. I'll leave that just up in the top corner so we can see it. I'm just going to pop everything else away. Right, next up is the Neo65 CU. And you guys are going to hate how we're going to build this today. You guys are absolutely going to hate how I've decided we're going to build this board today. You are going to shout up, you're going to kick off in chat, you are going to be so disappointed with me. But it's tough, because this is how we're going to do it. We're not going to be building ham. Jenga, Sharon, our project manager, is handling that. I don't know. I asked her to pick it up on Monday. I'm not sure where that's got to. I'll check on Monday though. GMK Midnight Rainbow R2. Yeah, it's going to happen. I need to just place an order with GMK for it because we're going to do it in stock. Razor Green, all foams. So this is the board we're going to build today. This is the teal and copper version of the Neo65 CU. This is absolutely beautiful. Black PVD base. That teal color is fantastic. Lovely swirls and curves highlighting there. This copper, super duper nice. Cool logo on the rear. Well, you guys can pick the key set when we get to it. Maybe we'll pick Mars Cadet. Right, let's get the feet installed on this first. How does the Neo65 CU order it? You order and it'll ship out in a couple of months. I'm not sure I understand your question title, but I hope you're doing well, dude. It's good to see you, by the way. Give me Art Nouveau vibes. Yeah, it's a beautiful keyboard. I think what you mean is if it's like a rolling monthly pre-order title, so they every month a new batch rises up for the Neo products. So at the end of the month we close down the previous batch. At the start of the month we start up a new one. So March is the 3rd month, so we're in batch 3, and we're shipping out a batch pretty much every month at the minute. Gives you Art Nouveau vibes. It's just a lovely, lovely thing. Come on. I'll grab some keycap sets once the build's been done. I think you just answered my question. So after this March batch closes, you expect to deliver about a month after. A little bit longer. It'll be Q2. So it's about a month from the batch closing for QK to ship the boards to our warehouse in China, and then about 6 weeks from China to the UK for the boat to ship. So it's about 8 to 12 weeks is kind of like the estimate we have. We're trying to reduce that all the time, of course, but that's roughly how long it takes. And then, of course, the next month a new batch opens. But we are shipping a batch every month from China right now. Okay, that's the feet installed, all nice and even. Okay, let's unscrew this top case. It's a Torx screw, I think that size. Just spec'd up a teal with copper and tri-mode. Dude, like the prices are just unbelievable. Like, they're so cheap. Believe me, if I could have these shipped next day from China, I would do. And see, many streamers struggle with those feet. This went on pretty smooth. Practice makes perfect, right? I think the number of keyboards I built is somewhere just shy of about 5,000 now, so I have plenty of practice. Plenty of practice. Okay, top case comes off. It's pretty nice. Nice and milled. Looks really good. The colour is to die for. As someone who really likes greens and teals, the colour is fantastic. Here's the copper base. Magnetic pogo pins for the daughter board. You can use these screws here across the board to take off the thick weight off the bottom. That's how the board goes together, nice and simple. Nebula and teal. I do have the Nebula 60 that we built last week. I'll grab that and show you. So this is the Nebula case. As you can see, it's very, very sparkly. Sparkly and black. There are more sparkles in real life than show up on the camera. And this is with GMK Cosmos, so it's super sparkle. Sparkle City, you might say. Covered in fingerprints, but this is the dusk weight. You can see the kind of the color shift across it on the lights. This is the dusk weight. Cool. Okay, so that's the case ready. Gonna pop that to one side. Is this the cable? If it is, we don't need it. It is the cable. Just gonna pop that to one side. We will need those. Those are to do the gasket mount, which we're gonna do later on. Spare screws, which we might need. Plate. I'm not sure what plate they've sent me for this actually. Anodizing looks perfect. Yeah, the anodizing is spot on. Okay, so they sent me the aluminium plate here. Interesting. Aluminium plate. Just black, plain, nice. Tri-mode PCB. We're not going to need that today though. That is a gorgeous colour. Bring out the British Racing Green right now. We'll have British Racing Green round 1 in stock very, very soon as well. Okay. So, hotspot PCB again. This one does support ISO. So we're going to build this with ISO enter, split left shift, and all the foams. In fact, actually, no, we'll just use the PE sheet and we'll use the bottom case foam as well. So we'll have the foam in the bottom of the case too. If you guys don't like that, that's fine. You don't have to. There we go. So we won't use the in-switch foam. We'll move that to one side. That's because I'm not a big fan of in-switch foams, but we will use the PE sheet. And we'll use the stabilizers that came with the board. Now, we'll talk about switches in a second, because you guys are actually going to hate the switches. Foam's wrong. You can feel that way. That's fine. I told you this was going to be my choice of build, and I'm going to build it my way. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do a 7U bottom. No, we're going to do a 6.25U bottom row actually, just because I think it works better on a 65%. So we're going to do a 625U bottom row. We're going to do full backspace, and we're going to do ISO enter. So we're going to need those 3 stabilizers. So we're going to need I am really, really nervous to tell you what switches we're going to use though today. You'll see why we're using the foams when I tell you the switches. You will absolutely see why. I'm scared. Well, so this is one of the ways I like to build keyboards actually. I have one of my TGR Janes built this way. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're doing 3 stabilizers, so I've done 2 many bits. Okay. Okay. And these are clip-in stabilizers, so it'll be nice and easy to pop in. Okay, let's get our sheet back. No one's yet guessed what we're doing with the switches correctly, by the way. We're not doing clickies though, I can tell you that for nothing. Switches better be browns, maybe. MX glasses, nah. Are you finding if you can get some Muller oranges? Yeah, we'll have some in stock on the open day, yeah. Marshmallows? No. You had your Jane built with the MX Blues you won from me a while back. Did I give away some MX Blues? I don't remember that. That does not sound like me. I don't think I even own MX Blues. Drop Holly Pandas? No, no, no. You are a million miles away with Drop Holly Pandas. MX Browns are goated. Yeah, I have MX Browns in one of my Janes, yeah. I have MX Browns in 3 different TGR boards because I like them. Absolutely nothing wrong with MX Browns, especially MX Brown 2As with the barrel springs. There's a lot of fakes going around at the minute though. We ordered just a test. We order stuff from other stores and from AliExpress and stuff like that, and we have found that there is a lot of fake Cherry MX switches out there, which Cherry is aware of. So just be careful where you buy things from, guys. We source our switches directly from Cherry in Germany, so. Feel like MX Browns get slept on? I think they do. Some kind of silent tactile? No, 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 we're not going for a silent tactile. Did you not give away the MX2A blues? Oh, yes. Okay, the MX2A blues I would have given away. Yeah, we got given a load of samples by Cherry before the MX2As came out. Yeah. That might be what it was. Yeah, I would never have had them. We would never stock the blues at PT. I just don't believe in stocking switches that I wouldn't use myself, and that's something I wouldn't use. Like there's an argument that we could stock, you know, a million different types of switch, but I don't want to use something that I wouldn't recommend. Tactile or linear? Yes. Release date? 1994 to 2018. What the hell's a cherry lock switch? Someone would sell them for $100 to me. Cherry lock switches have always been expensive. They're basically a switch that used to go on caps lock, so it would stay depressed when you turn caps lock on, and then it would unpress on a second click, so it would return to its original position on a second click, so it would lock in position for a click. I probably have an Alps one I can give you for free. For cherry ones, they are very expensive. I only have 4 left myself. I did used to have loads of them, but I've given them away over the years. I only have 4 left, which I think Pokemon Kids trying to get off me. Have I tried the Type R tactiles yet? Yeah, I've got a board with them in. They're okay. MX Super Blacks. MX Super Blacks are slightly different. They're just super heavy blacks. I have a board that came with MX Super Blacks in from the factory as well here at the workshop. But yeah, MX Super Blacks are different to lock switches. Vintage Blacks? No. I will sell them to you, Mr. Pokemon Kid. All 3 for 500 quid? I think that's fair. No. Mood Dustproof Blues? No. Popular switches? Yeah. Very popular. How popular are we talking? Millions. Market price for Lux. Yeah, that is the market price for him, sadly. I know Gunnar at Cherry has been working on remaking the original molds. I don't know if they actually worked so well. So the issue with them is, Ray, that all of the original molds for the Cherry MX lock switches were destroyed in the late 90s. They don't exist anymore. They haven't been in production for 30 years. So the reason why they're gatekept is because there's only a finite supply of them out there. There's only so many that are there. Now, I was at Cherry 2 summers ago, and we talked with them about, could we do something to bring MX locks back? And Gunnar, who's one of the lead engineers at Cherry, was at the time looking to see if he could recreate them based off the spec sheets that they had and tweak them slightly so that they could use them, create them using existing molds. I don't know how that's progressed. I haven't chased it up for some time, but the last I heard is it was something that was in active development, but only on Gunnar's spare time. I will reach out to him and I'll ask him the question, because the last time I actually had a chat with him about this was on a 3-hour drive to an airport. So I don't know how it's progressed since then, but I will chase him up this week and I will see if it's something that he's still actively working on, because it'd be a cool project to bring back. But the issue is they can't produce anymore right now. So or at least that was the last I heard. That was the last official policy on them. I didn't say they were discontinued in 2018, Harry. I didn't say that. Hirose, I have about 20 Hirose switches. I didn't say they were discontinued, Anarchy. Yeah, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I think you have taken something I've said. A few people have taken something I've said and not quite realised what I actually meant here. But we'll clarify that for you right now. So here are the switches that we're going to use today. These are the switches we're going to use today. For the modifiers only. So we are going to use these for the modifiers only. And for the alphas, we're going to use these. So when I gave you 2 dates, it's because there was 2 different switches. Feel free to hate me in the comments, that's fine. But this was a way that a lot of people used to build boards with tactiles on the modifiers and linears on the alphas. This is kind of a way that keyboards were built for a long time in the hobby. If you go back to like 2012, 2013, 2014, a lot of keyboards were built this way. Pokemon Kid will remember this. He'll remember how popular this was. Stock Browns. Yeah. No, these are completely stock of the Browns. These are absolutely 100% stock. Feel gross using different colour stabs in an 1800, never mind switches. Like, this used to be a really common way to build keyboards. Like, people used to build keyboards like this for a long time. This is why a lot of my older boards have this kind of switch selection in them. It was very, very common for a long time. Hugely popular. You did it on a few boards, yeah. It used to be really one of the ways it used to be actually was when Zelios first came out. People used to use Zelios on the modifiers only, and then they have like vintage blacks or whatever on the alphas. Just need to check which way around I need to go for the ISO enter. Wait, what? Does that go that way? Wait, how? Oh, I see. There we go. Used to put a clear on the spacebar. Yeah, that used to be really popular as well. Just gonna bring out a bag of O-rings when it's keycap time. No O-rings, I'm afraid. Let's figure out what we need to do here with the bottom row. Yeah, so that's in the right position there. Now, does that need to go the other way around though? It does. There we go. And then over on the other side, we're going to go 1.25, 1.25, 1.25. Just need to make sure I'm putting the switches in the right way around for the hot swap sockets though. I think that's right. We'll check it in a bit. There we go. Modify keys done. Time to put the alphas in. Oil kings are now Vince. They're not Vince. They're not Vince. I just want to do a linear on the alphas and a tactile on the mods. That's all it is. Anyone just hear a duck? It was me squeezing the air out of the bag of switches. Oh, I missed a brown for the spacebar. You may not like it, but this is what peak keyboarding looks like. Fired on stream is crazy. Dude, I fight here all the time. Like, literally all the time. If I can't fart in my own office, where can I fart? I'm actually tempted to put a completely different switch in for the spacebar. I'm actually tempted to put something completely different in. We'll see. We'll see. The only people who will say this is a bad idea is those that haven't tried it, though. I heard that gives better acoustics to the room, making keyboards sound better. WTB gut health, yeah, exactly. We need a fart on stream perk. I don't think we'll do that. Yeah. Okay. Are the stock cherry browns insanely scratchy? No, the modern ones aren't that scratchy, to be honest. The MX2As are not that scratchy. They are severely underrated as a Switch these days. Which is sad, because sure, they're a light tactile, but the MX2As are pretty good these days. Like there's still cherry scratch with them compared to the Oil Kings, but yeah, not in a bad way, not like a negative way. I actually quite like the whole cherry scratch. Harry, no. I don't want your money. You wouldn't hear it anyway, because the mic's directional, so you wouldn't hear it. But this stream ain't about that. There is there are certain places on the web, Harry, that if you search, you'll be able to find that if that's your kink. But I'm not going to kink shame you, man. Like, if that's what you like, that's what you like. There's nothing wrong with that. I was pleasantly surprised by Nixies. Felt similar to an MX Black. The Nixies just sound better because of the clear tops. Do you know what? I am going to put a different switch in for the top. I know what I'm going to put in as well. Give me a second, guys. In here, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just going to go grab another switch. Now for funnies wanting to hear farts. Yeah, 12-year-old boomer, I get it. Pick up some long PP switch for spacebar, something like a cream soda. No, I wanted a Zelio. We were talking about Zelios a few minutes ago, so I wanted to pick up some OG Zelios. Oh look, there's an OG MX Brown here, a Vint Brown. That's an OG Brown. And oh look, this is. In fact, do you know what? We're going to use this. Matt will recognize this. Mr. Pokemon Kid, what is this switch? Name this switch. For those of you into Vince, come on, camera, focus. Name this switch. It is a clear, yeah. Ergo Clear, harvested from a board with the LED still in it. OG cherry housings as well. I was going to use. Oh, there's another one left. There's another one there. These are super rare. Well, maybe not super rare, but these are pretty rare these days. You don't see these. This is. I have like 15 of these jars, and they're kind of like leftovers from old builds. There's all sorts in here, but I have tons of these jars. I've forgotten that these were in here. Is that a jar? No, I've got loads of these jars. I've got another couple just over here as well. I'll grab some and show you. So these are just jars with kind of like leftover switches from builds. Some have kind of like similar switches in them, but there's all sorts in these, and there's more of these jars downstairs as well. Oh look, some of the old Anubis switches, they were really good. If you like tactiles, Anubises were really nice. And then we've got even more fun stuff in here. Autumn Rains, they were nice switches. CJs, Sea Salt switches. What have we got in here? Oh, clickies. Yoks. Holy Pandas. All sorts of stuff. Yeah, I've got tons of these jars just full of old switches. Like, probably 15 of them. Anyway. We're going to use one of these in this because I think this is a cool switch to use. And let's just work out which switch we're going to use. That one. So it goes that way around. Oh no, it's pushing the LED out. I kind of wanted to keep the LED in. Can we stop that happening? Okay, that's over there. We'll use this one. think I just need to flush cut those a little bit better. So the LED is fixed into the switch, and it was installed into the board and soldered in originally, but I'm just going to trim that so that I can keep it flush and keep the LED in there. It won't work, but it just looks cool. No one will know but me, and that's fine. There we go. So there we go. Is that Monopoly money? I think it was some dollars. Fun fact: these came from another US streamer as a bet, and he sent me physical dollars in the cups. So we had a small bet on for something, and he lost, so he sent me the physical cash. Like, I didn't actually expect him to pay up, but he did, and he sent me the cash. So yeah, found the photo, but this was peak performance. Nice, nice. Are those old cherry mix greens with browns and a blue for backspace, like that clears all down one side? Yeah. Nice. That's a good build. That's a good build. Okay, that is our board all put together. It's looking pretty fly. Let's get it assembled. So we're gonna go with the gasket mount for this. Cherry green to spacebar switch only. I think they were, yeah. There's been quite a few switches that oh, we need to put these in for the stabilizers. Let's do that now. Oh, the LED fell out. I'm gonna have to glue that in, I think. It won't work, but oh well, if it comes out, it comes out. I'll put it back in later on. Just put the shims in for the stabilizers. Prefer whiskey in the jar? Sure. You can prefer whatever you like, but like, I have so many switches. I have probably 20,000-30,000 switches left over from builds, so they just get shoved in jars. Prime for some windowed keys. Yeah. So what I'm doing now is just putting the shims into the stabilizers. This is to prevent them popping out of the board because they're clip-ins. Come on. Although that one does not want to go in. I'm just going to use some pliers and pop it in this way. Back in a minute. Yeah, they have little guitar picks like the TX ones, yeah, so we're just using the Neo stabs here. Built box navy build for my wife at her direction. Still considering whether divorce would have been the better option. No man, I don't like clickies myself, but I appreciate that other people like them. I just don't like to stock something that I wouldn't use. Like, I just feel like it's unfair on the customer to stock something that I can't actually talk about. Because I haven't used it, and I would never use a clicky switch, so I hope you guys think that's fair. Okay, there we go. Right, let's get the little tabs ready. So we're going to go for the PCB mount gasket tabs for this build. And that's because this is something I'm building for my personal usage. But it will be here at the open day, so you'll be able to try it out. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the mass production will have screw-in steps. Yes, you are right. Yeah. But the stabilizers are only a free gift anyway. The thing is with the screw-in ones, I would recommend just buying something different, like TX stabilizers, if you must, or you know, the ones that we stock, like the Stabies or Type Plus or something like that. QMX stabs are actually really good in Neo builds. But yeah, there's options out there for you. Okay, so now we've done that, we're going to just make sure that the foam is nice and neatly aligned in the bottom of the case, and then all of the points where the PCB is going to sit are nice and accurate. Then we're just going to drop that down. We're going to feel the magnet, click it into place. We're going to make sure it's all sat really, really neat. Then we're going to take the top case, pop that on top. Make sure it sits nicely, just like so. And then we can take our screws and our screwdriver and reassemble the case. Grab a stem trimmer. Do you know what? I do have one. I lent it to Tinkerton a while back, so I don't know if I ever got it back actually. But I'll see if I still have it to hand. If not, it'll be fine. It's only my personal sets of GMK stuff, and the community's worth more than damage to my personal stuff, so it doesn't matter. Oh no, we've got that screw stuck. Let's do the other one. I've dropped the screw and it's just slid underneath the PCB, so I'll have to try and get that out in a second. I blame the streamlights because I can't see. There we go. Right, let's see if we can gently tease that out. There we go. This was the issue with the MX glasses. They use the old Ergo Clear stem mold, which has like a... So the difference between old Cherry switches is on the cruciform, which is the bit inside the switch like this, the cross shape inside the switch. Cherry had two different molds. They had a few different molds. They had different molds for tactile and linear, and almost all of the molds allowed keycap removal. So they were like this. They were smooth on the cruciform sides. There was no bumps, no ridges or anything like that. So the keycaps would slide on and off. Now on an Ergo Clear, there's actually a little bump, a little noggin, that when you install the keycap, it grips even harder onto the keycap. And the idea behind that was because the keycaps on those particular things weren't replaceable. They were supposed to remain, and it was supposed to hold them on in place of using like a glue or a solvent or something like that to melt the keycap and bond it all together. Now, when we started producing keycaps for the hobbyist community, we wanted to be able to change them at any point. And the same with switches, we wanted to be able to change them at any point. So those kind of nubbins were not required for keyboard usage. And that's why we now need stem trimmers for those keycaps. There have been other reasons for stem trimmers, such as the early box scandal. But yeah, that's the reason for it. Don't think I have it to hand though. It may be in here. We'll take the risk. It'll be fine. Right, okay. You're a monster. The content list initially will clip-in stabs as part of the free gift. Yeah, maybe they are clip-ins. I'm not sure. The listing is probably right. Here's the board. Neo65 CU in teal. It's looking really rather neat and tidy. The whole base looks fantastic. There is a cover on the base that we'll take off towards the end of the stream as well. The next job is for you guys to pick some keycaps. I'm just going to nip over to this keycap wall and pick a couple of sets I think will look good on the teal, and then you guys can make a selection. Okay, let's get up a poll and I will show you the 3 options that we have here. Poll is up. First option is GMK Copper R1. Whoops, nearly dropped those. That case is broken. The next option is GMK Arch. And the third option is GMK Metropolis. Let me know what you'd like to see, guys. Mr. Adam, thank you so much for being here. Let's see what you guys want to see switches. I'm just going to check if we need any child kits for these, because there might be some child kits out. The only child kit I have is for Metropolis Midnight mods from round 1. Embarrassed to say that when I first got into this hobby, I thought, this GMK stuff is expensive. Yes, it is. Finer Things is one of the few sets I don't own. Can you do a couple of keys of each set on the board to see it more clearly? We'll let people vote, and then you guys can vote, and we just go with one set. Is the gap very visible on the Neo65 CU? Which which gap do you mean? I don't know what gap you mean. I have no idea what gap you mean. The Neo60 CU
incredible
is here. Sidewalls on the switches. No bigger gap on the sidewalls than on any other keyboard. Is the teal on camera in real life? This camera here is pretty close, yeah. The top down camera. The face cam's a little bit over bright because I've got the main lights on in the office, but the top down camera's pretty close, yeah. Of course, your screen may vary. That's a link. Let's there's no picture on that link. There doesn't seem to be a picture on that link. I think that's an assembly problem. I genuinely think that's an assembly problem. Like, all keyboards will have a gap. You can see there's a gap here on this keyboard, because otherwise if you have it touching, it's interference. But yeah, the plate on this is white, as you can see through the keycaps there, but you can't really see it down the sides here, but you can see if I press the key lock. But there's no bigger gap on this than any other keyboard. So yeah. Right, okay. GMK Copper and GMK Metropolis are basically in it to win it here. Let's see. We'll put the arch keycaps away because I don't think they're going to bin. I don't think we're going to need the Midnight Mods Mark 1. And this is Copper. So these are the two choices you have here. Who's holding the keyboard up with the light behind it during use anyway? I mean, that gap that's in that picture looks... It's likely that the plate and the PCB have been top mounted into it, and you're not going to see that gap as soon as you mount the bottom plate. Like the bottom of the keyboard, it feels very much like that's just the top case with the PCB and plate inside it, and that will have some movement because it needs the bottom piece to align. So, like, you can make any keyboard have gaps. I don't know who took that picture, but I don't think that's representative. Okay, GMK Copper has won. Let's get Copper on the board. We'll zoom in the camera a little bit so you can see. All those people who can't afford a desk and have to work on a Lightbox. Ouch. We'll keep options to the side here for the 65% column. And then I'll figure out what I want to do later. Oh, I might have these switches in the wrong place. We can adjust those afterwards, but they might need to change around a little bit. Yeah, I think that switch is in the wrong place. I think these two are in the wrong place. We'll figure those out at the end. Is the board in pairing mode or something? Yeah, it will be. I don't think this set has UK ISO, but I'll try and refrain from putting the UK ISO keys on just in case it does. Oh, I think maybe it has partial UK ISO. I can't remember if round one has UK ISO or not. Glad to see it was overblown. Yeah, absolutely. Can we do Metropolis alphas and copper accent? No. No. Doing it with the switches is enough, I think. It's a long time since this set's been on a board as well. I think the last time this set was on a board was 2019. Not long after the group I first ran. So we just need to change those around. Take 2 minutes. Okay. Yeah, it looks like this had partial UK ISO. That's the wrong profile. I knew it was the wrong profile when I was looking at it. Come on. Ow. Yeah, it's just in pairing mode. Okay, let's go for print screen and then page up and page down in the correct row profiles. There we go. And then let's quickly just pop out these 2 switches and replace them. Oh no, the switch has opened. There we go. That is the Neo65 CU with Oil King alphas, Cherry Mix brown modifiers, and GMK copper. It's looking pretty good. And that teal and copper colorway. Last thing to do is peel off the protective film on the base. You could change them or put whatever you wanted there. I've just put 2 FN keys there, yeah. And here's that PVD finish. All the nice curves. Look at this, leading into this. Super, super nice. And GMK Copper just setting it off nicely. What a build. Two FNs, yeah, it's fine. Like you could change this. You could put an alt key there if you wanted. Multiple choices. Cleanest it will ever be? Yeah. Will this be the open day too? It will. Yeah, it will. Should we see how this one sounds? I'm going to be honest, I'm not expecting this to sound great, just because of the 2 different types of switch, but it should feel really nice. Okay, the alphas sound good. That vintage switch doesn't sound great. Browns sound like browns. Are you going to laser cut little signs for your boils? Still to be determined. Yeah, the spacebar is because we've got like a very, very old vintage switch. We've got one of these in there. I think if we change it out for something like a Telio or a Zelio, or if we just put an MX Brown in there, it'd sound much better. But everything else sounds good. The mods just sound like MX Browns, but they feel nice. There's like the reason why this is nice is because when you're typing, you know you've hit a modifier key because you can feel that little bit of tactility to it. There's that tactile bump to get over, and it's just different. So it's just nice. Not surprising this stopped being a thing. I don't think it has. Like some of the older areas of the community still do this. Like if you still go to some of the Korean parts of the community, people still do this day in, day out. Like it's remember, sound, the vast majority of the typing is on alpha, so when it comes to sound, that's where you want the most sound to come back through. Yeah, like it's just an old school way of doing it. It's an old school way of doing it. Yeah, we just talked about labels. Fruit gummy, yeah. Heavier switch and spacebar could be nice. Yeah, absolutely can be. There's still people put a heavier switch on spacebar quite commonly. The only reason why this sounds so bad on the spacebar is because these switches are dusty and old. They've never been cleaned. They've never been lubricated. They've just been harvested and then shoved in a tub for 20 years. And then finally, this one's got a new lease of life in this board. If I took that switch out and lubricated it, we'd probably find it a little bit better. Spacebar switch is usually something different. Yeah, it's really common to do it still, and there is something nice to be said for having these alphas sound lovely. For having a tactile switch on modifier keys. There's something to be said for it. It's just a nice experience. And if you don't believe me, you can come and try and type on this at the open day and tell me if you don't like the experience. But I think a lot of you will be pleasantly surprised by how nice it is to have different switches on modifier keys. I think a lot of people will like it more than they think. Okay, so that's 2 builds done today. Toro60 with GMK Mercury and Neo65 CU with GMK Copper. 2 very, very different sounding builds. I say this one's going to be a personal board for me, so this is going to become my laser workshop board, I think, for the laser machine downstairs. So yeah, there you go. Right guys, if you've got any last questions, now is the time to pop them into chat, because in about 3 or 4 minutes we're going to be finishing up the stream. Ran my blacks on my mods and browns on my alphas for my QA for a bit. Yeah, like it's genuinely nice to have two different switches, so you know when you're hitting a modifier or an alpha. Like, it is just a really nice experience, and I think that if people haven't tried it, then you can try this at the open day and tell me then if you don't like it. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised though. I think more people will like it than realize. People will come along and go, yeah, I'm not going to like it, I'm not going to like it, I'm not going to like it. Oh, I do like it. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. I think that's how it's going to be. Do you have any Kahakus or corns that will be out for display on the open day? I've yet to try them, but would love to have the chance to do so. Most of it's going to be products that we sell, Comic60. There will be some boards from my personal collection out as well. Kahakus and corns, I don't think we have any stock of left at all anymore. I do have a couple, but we'll see. We'll see. They're meant to be Cherry, not sure if legit, got them from Keycon. Keycon sourced directly from Cherry, so yeah, they will be legit. Yeah, there are a lot of Cherry switches out there that are not legitimate, and there are some telltale signs. I don't think it's my place to like document that anywhere, but I know that Cherry are aware of it because it's something I've spoken with them about, and they are actively aware of it. Let's put it that way. Really good feeling. I rate doing the same with Topra, Heavy Dome and Spacebar stabilized keys. Yeah. We I have a lot of Topra stuff that I need to sort out at some point. Like just tons. I think I've got a Blue Ridge coming soon, which is going to be interesting. And we're probably going to put the navies in that, I think. We'll see. Lots and lots of stuff to do and go on that one though. Okay, right. If that's it for the stream, thank you so much for watching. It is time for me to go home now and get some sleep because I'll be back here from 7 a.m. in the morning ish. Tomorrow and the rest of this week, we're going to be getting everything up to speed at the workshop, ready for the open day on Saturday. If you are coming along to the open day on Saturday, please do say hi. I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to see you all. It's going to be a really good day. We'll have some freebies. We've got some exclusive on the day only PT keycaps that you'll never be able to get anywhere else again. We're going to have little goodie bags and little key rings. I'm going to personally hand make the key rings in the workshop. We're going to have coffee on board. We're going to have a load of discounts for people coming on the day, so you'll be able to buy stuff in stock and get a massive discount on it. We're going to raffle some stuff off and try and make some money for charity, so there's a chance to win stuff for free as well. It's going to be a really, really good day. Wish you could come to the open day. Have a great time, and thanks for the stream. Thanks, Adam. I wish it'd be great to see you as well. I know Anaki's coming. I can't wait to catch up with you, Anaki. It'll be great. I'm really, really looking forward to it. Next shipment should arrive this week, and we'll start processing it from a week tomorrow. On the 17th, we'll start processing that. But yeah, it's looking good. Right, thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a really, really good rest of your weekend. Take care, and come catch up with us on Discord and Instagram over the next week. And I'll see you all soon. Take care.